The next thing I'm going to show you is how to solder our components into our board. So we've got a pre-made board here with all the labels on, and there's also a diagram that you can refer to see where all the components go. The first thing I'm actually going to put in is my chip holder. So the chip is a 555 timer chip, and what I'm going to put in is not the timer chip itself but the little chip holder. On the chip holder there's a tiny little notch, and on the diagram there's a little notch as well, so make sure those line up. So they'll go in through that way, and then the metal legs come out of the bottom of the board. The next thing I'm going to do is just put my board into my component holder, make sure my legs are still sticking out, and then I'm going to solder the components in. First thing I'm going to do, as always, is clean the tip of my soldering iron. So into the solder cleaner, give it a good clean so it's nice and shiny, and then a little bit of solder on it just to get the temperature back up again. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to heat the leg that's sticking through the PCB up for about 4 or 5 seconds. So I'm not going to put in any solder yet, I'm just going to heat that up for 4 or 5 seconds, and then I'm going to feed a little bit of solder into it, and then take the solder away as the soldering iron away. So I'll show you that again. Clean the tip, make it smoke, heat it up for about 5 seconds, and then feed the solder in. Not too much solder. What I'm looking for, if I've done it correctly, is a tiny little volcano shape. So if we look at these, we can see I've done one good and one not so good. So the first one that I did, this one here, is the shape of volcano, which is good. This one here, which I didn't do so well, is more the shape of a big mountain. So what I've done there, I've added too much solder to it. What I'll need to do is get the solder sucker on, which I'll show you in a different demonstration.